graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park. It's a gorgeous day for a little baseball, so why don't we do just that? A little baseball action today between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Cyclones of Sacred Heart Griffin High School out of Springfield. And again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We're a little behind schedule. Had a doubleheader here today, JV game and now the varsity game here on this pink out Saturday. And the JV game went a little long as Collinsville lost that one to the Cyclones 10-7. Over on the other side of town, softball took place today. That was an 11 o'clock start as your Collinsville Lady Kahawks continue their struggles. They are now 1-10 after a 12-0 loss in 5 innings to Waterloo. In that game, the Waterloo pitcher had a perfect game. Emma Hilton struck a ball a couple of times and put it in play. Everybody else struck out. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin's pitcher pitched a perfect game and 13 strikeouts in that contest. So now let's switch gears and talk a little baseball here on Pink Out Game. Collinsville comes into this contest with an overall record of 6-3. They have yet to play a game in the conference. Conference play begins next week, and Kahawks are coached under their third-year skipper, Brett Swip. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin, they come in with an even record of 4-4. They are 3-3 in Central State 8 conference play, and they are under their fifth-year head coach, Nicholas Namovich. Kahawks, they come in riding a 3-game winning streak in this Pink Out game. Collinsville has outscored their opponents in those 3 games 33-7, including back-to-back 10-0 5-inning wins over Ladue on Tuesday and Staunton on Thursday. Kahawks are averaging 7.8 runs per game at this point in the season. That's second right now in the Southwestern Conference behind only Edwardsville. Tigers are averaging 8.5 runs per game right now. And as I mentioned, conference play due to get underway next week. Cyclones, they started their season with a 20-5 win at Lincoln after the lopsided win over the Rail Splitters. Sacred Heart Griffin went through a rough patch with a 3-game losing streak against Rochester, Edwardsville, and Springfield Public High School. Since then, the Cyclones have won 3 of 4, including taking 2 from conference opponent Jacksonville in a home and away series with a 5-4 win at Jacksonville on Tuesday and a 4-3 8-inning win over the Crimson at home on Wednesday. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin now 3-3 in Central State 8 conference play. Had a chance to catch up, well, it seemed like a little while ago, but it was actually over an hour ago that I caught up with Collinsville head coach Brett Swipp, and we'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT Softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It's a beautiful afternoon for some baseball, so let's go ahead and play some baseball. Collinsville taking on Sacred Heart Griffin. The annual Pink Out game. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Brett Swift. Coach, before we get into the baseball side of things, let's talk about the Pink Out side of things, because this is a big deal and it means a lot to everybody, because cancer touches just about everybody on this planet.
Yeah, I mean, definitely all of us individuals have been, have family members or friends that have been affected by it. But even Kahok Baseball's had a tough year with cancer. Some of our very closest friends, our parents, Tracy Limp, Mark Robinson, who we're playing in honor of today, all have kids in the program. And it's an opportunity that we get to celebrate them, but then also we each get to reflect on who's important to us. I lost my father to cancer when he was 32 years old. So it is a special day. Our booster club does a lot of work. Bethany Call, she puts in a great amount of effort on getting baskets, and we get the other team involved. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin's been really interested in, or really excited to be a part of it too. So it's a great day for the community, great day for the guys. They love it, and we got beautiful baseball weather finally. So.
Sure do. All right, let's talk a little ball. Back-to-back, 10-0, 5-inning wins over Ladue and Staunton. Let's start with the Ladue game and tell me about that one.
Yeah, I mean, offense has been the name of the game this week. Started on Monday actually with Civic Memorial. We scored 13 runs, and then right into Ladue. The Ladue game was a really exciting one for us, because they threw their number one guy that threw against us is a senior going to Purdue, and we put 6 runs up on him right away. And our guys really aggressive, just handled his velocity really well. And then that's just continued. We've done what we needed to do. Staunton, a little bit of a smaller school. This is our non-conference week before Southwestern Conference begins next week. So we were able to get some different teams, but we've done what we're supposed to do. Real clean games, no walks against Staunton, no errors. So real clean baseball. But the name of the game so far this week's been offense. So I'm hoping to see that continue today.
One of those guys who's continuing the hot bat is Bryce Limp, couple of home runs. He's got 4 on the year now, I believe, so he's hitting the ball very well.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, he's just the ball. I tell you, when it hits his bat right now, it's just so loud, and his bat speed is so fast. And I'm standing down there in the third base box, and he makes contact, and before I realize even where it is, it's going over the right field fence. And we've been playing some windy games too, Todd. So I've been surprised at how much he's really torn the backspin through the air, and the ball's really traveling for him. So he's also working on being a balanced hitter to the other way too, because we talked about it. When we get to conference, they're gonna pitch him a little bit different in conference. So he's gonna have to kind of be prepared for that. So I know he's been working on that too. So. Also, it's been a challenging season of life for him with his mom, who we just talked about earlier, and his grandma also got diagnosed with cancer. And so I'm really proud of just mentally and physically how hard he's worked to try to, do his part in this season of life for his family.
So you mentioned the Southwestern Conference schedule starting next week. I was taking a look at some of the numbers. You guys are scoring about 7.8 runs per game right now. Edwardsville's up there around 8.4. Man, they're going to be a challenge again this year, but this year seems like one of those years that you guys might be there with them.
Yeah, it's the definition of parity right now in the conference. We've been chipping away. You've been kind of along for this journey. We've been talking about how, we wanted to chip away, and even towards the end of last season, we played some really competitive games against our conference teams, and then our conference wins state or gets close to state just about every year. So that's the goal again. It's gonna be a dogfight. That's the best way to describe it. 1-0 game, Bevel East, Bevel West, and O'Fallon, Edwardsville split this first week, and it's just gonna be a dogfight. Our guys got to learn to play from behind, to play when it gets tough, play when it gets chippy, be able to keep your cool, keep your head. So we've been really preaching that this year, that we have the skill. We've closed a lot of the skill gap. So I agree with you, Todd, that I think we're going to be able to compete skill-wise. But those teams have won 30 games, 25 games. So we haven't. We haven't won 20 games in almost 15 years. So we got a ways to go on really learning how to do that. But man, we're excited. We're just like you said. It's going to be some really good baseball.
Yeah, let's talk about a couple of statistical categories, man. You guys are killing it in stolen bases. I think you have 30 stolen bases, only caught twice, and the errors are way down. We talked about that in the last couple of years, how the fundamentals and the smaller things play a big role in your season.
Yeah, thank you for recognizing those things. You know, the guys really work at their base running. You know, if you watch them before the game, we have a base running station where they're working on their jumps and they're working on their reads, and so the guys take their base running real serious. Also, you know, we needed to learn how to play a little more, I call it blue-collar baseball, where you're willing to give up your body, you're willing to block up the balls, you know, especially Midwest. Weather's rough in the spring. You know, the fields aren't quite grown in yet, so you know you're not getting these pretty hops that we're seeing at Busch Stadium. You know, you're getting some ugly baseball at times, and our guys have shown a commitment to playing that type of baseball, and that's why I think you're seeing the errors are real down. Our pitchers are more confident in our defenders, and to be honest, I love that style of baseball because that's how you win games when it gets tough and you're not, you know, maybe you're not bashing the ball against a good pitcher. You win games by willing to put your chin down on a baseball, and we're starting to see our guys do that.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks for being here.
Brett Swipp, your Collinsville Kahok baseball coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting 9 for each side. We'll do that right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, you know, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Well, we welcome you back over to Woodland Park and Fletcher Field. Today they are doing the Pink Out game, and the Collinsville roster is being introduced right now by Matt Clark as they are celebrating their special ones in their life. We'll let you listen in for a little while.
Manager Yadi Cologne. Today he celebrates Jan Albright. Trainer Christian Novi. Today he celebrates Mark Schleisman. Coach Logan Johnson. Today he celebrates Grandma Brown. Coach Chris Fair. Today he celebrates Uncle Greg. Coach Matt Pomerantz. Today he celebrates his dad, John Province. And Coach Brett Sweat. Today he celebrates his father, William Sweat. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. We all know someone who has been affected by cancer in our lives. Before we begin today's game, we ask everyone to reflect and think about those people and the battle that they faced. We now ask for a moment of silence to honor everyone who has dealt with, has battled, or is battling this terrible disease. No one fights cancer alone. Kahok Nation is always behind you. We now ask that you remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Very emotional beginning for the Pink Out game here.
It's time to throw out today's first pitches.
And we have the ceremonial first pitches going on too, so we'll let you listen in on that as well.
Luke Robinson and Nolan Robinson. Thank you, players. You may return to your benches. Coaches, we ask that you meet at home plate for today's plate meeting with the umpires.
All right, we are just about ready to get this varsity game going here between Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin High School and your Collinsville Kahawks. And here are your starting lineups. We'll begin with the Cyclones as they will come up to the plate first. They will lead off with Mac Petrilli. He'll lead off and play second base. The DH will bat second. That is Will Lance. Charlie Linderman will play shortstop and bat third. Jake Kelper is in right field and batting cleanup. Matt Goldisich is playing first base and batting fifth. Ethan Winters is behind the plate doing the catching and batting sixth. Batting in the seventh spot is Xander DeMarco, who will be holding down the duties in left field. Over at the hot corner, you'll find Noah Jones. He'll be playing third base and batting eighth. And then Colin Johannes rounds out the starting nine for the Cyclones. He'll be playing center field and batting ninth, and pitching will be Carter Mazier. When Collinsville takes the field in the bottom half of the first inning, they will send up Chris Alcorn. He'll bat leadoff and play left field. Ethan Bagwell is at first base this afternoon. He'll be batting second. Adam Bovanet playing third base and batting third. Colby Anderson in the cleanup spot for Collinsville playing center field. Bryce Limp is on the mound today. He'll be pitching and batting fifth. C.J. Schaff playing right field and batting sixth. Carter Harrington playing second base today and batting seventh. Behind the plate for Collinsville, Luke Weller will be doing the catching and batting eighth, and Darren Pinnell batting in the number 9 spot and playing shortstop. No Ken Oberkfell today. He got here, but let me tell you what, folks, there was an Easter egg hunt going on in the softball field behind us, and this place was so full of cars, you couldn't have parked a bicycle at this place. So Dr. Chris McCluskey is on the other microphone filling in. How you doing, sir?
Todd, thanks for having me. I was just thinking on the way here, playing baseball or basketball and football and calling all those games with you. This is my first time in a baseball booth, and baseball is really my true love, so I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, good. Don't screw it up.
Thanks. No pressure, right?
No pressure whatsoever. All right, the two teams have been introduced. They're not going to introduce the formal lineups as they normally do because they did introduce all of the Kahok players during the Pink Out celebrations or ceremonies that were on the field, so there won't be the traditional lineup. So Collinsville will take the field here and do their warm-ups. We'll take a final timeout. When we come back, we'll have first pitch. That's coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Fletcher Field, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you. We are just about ready to go. Bryce Limp on the bump, taking his warm-up tosses, and Bryce this year in the pitching department has pitched in 3 games. He started 2. He is 2-0, and 10 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 4 runs, but only 1 of those are earned, so his earned run average is 0.66, and Bryce has struck out 16 and walked 11 along the way this year. And defensively for Collinsville, out in the outfield from left to right, you have Chris Alcorn in left. Colby Anderson is in center. C.J. Schaff is playing right field. Adam Bovenet is at third base. Darren Pinnell at shortstop. Carter Harrington is at second base. Ethan Bagwell is at first base. And Bryce Limp will be pitching to Luke Weller. And Dr. Chris, I don't think you could have asked for any better weather than we have today.
What a beautiful day here at Fletcher Field to see our Collinsville Kahawks take on the Sacred Heart. What's their mascot?
Cyclones.
Cyclones out of Springfield. And we'll see what Mr. Limp has in store for the Cyclones here in the top of the first.
Max Petrilli will be the first batter of the game for the Cyclones, batting .389 on the year. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. We are underway. Petrilli this year has just a couple of RBIs with that lofty average. Next pitch by Limp is up high. We are even at 1-1.
Yeah, if Bryce can get ahead in the count, his put-out pitch is that big swooping curveball from the lefty.
And Limp pitches. That one is right down the middle as well. A couple of nice strikes there from the Collinsville left-hander.
Yeah, and here he is ahead, so look for that deuce here.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Petrilli. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play behind us. Had a couple of cars hit during this JV game because there was cars parked everywhere.
Lots of people here at Woodland Park on this beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, they had that Easter egg hunt going on over there at the softball field. There's a swing and another foul ball. This one goes the opposite way. I remember taking my grandsons to that Easter egg hunt about 5 years ago, and one of the boys found the special egg and won himself a bike.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Navigation Church does a great job with that every year.
Another 1-2 pitch coming from Limp to Petrilli, but Petrilli calls timeout as Limp was into his windup, so he went ahead and threw it up there anyway. Petrilli, Lance, and Linderman here in the top of the first inning for Sacred Heart Griffin. That one's on the inside corner and a called strike 3. Petrilli goes down looking.
Good way to start the game off for number 16, the junior, Bryce Limp.
Designated hitter number 20.
And Kahawks throw the ball around and get ready for the second batter.
Here is Will Lance. He is that second batter. Comes in batting .267 on the year and a couple of RBI. Nope, he's still looking for his first RBI. He bats in from the right side. Collinsville playing him a little bit to pull. Swing and a miss. Colby Anderson just a little off to the left of the second base bag out there in the outfield, so all kinds of room in the right center field alley. As the next pitch to Lance is on the way. That one is down low. Dimensions, 312 down the third base side, 310 down the first base side. Biggest part of this ballpark is the left center field power alley. That's 375 feet away, while the right center field power alley is 360.
Yeah, you read my mind.
Shot down the third base line. That's fair. And that one's going to be for extra bases. Lance rounds first. On his way to second as Alcorn just now comes up with it out there in the corner. And a double with 1 out will put Will Lance on at second base.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Griffin's number 2 batter. You read my mind. I was just looking at the porches. You know, pitchers really need to throw the ball down in the zone here because the short porches to left and right. Fly ball leaves this park in a hurry.
Especially if you're a left-handed batter and you get a hold of one.
Bryce Limp's proof of that.
Oh, yeah. Here's Charlie Linderman, the shortstop. Linderman on the year batting .483. He has a triple, 12 runs batted in on the year as the Cyclones are threatening here in the top half of the first. Limp from the stretch, checks, kicks, and pitches. Swing and a miss by Linderman.
Very good off-speed pitch. Bryce has been dealing fastballs, and he pulled the string on that initial delivery.
Limp once again checks on his runner. That's Lance down at second base. Now he looks home and he brings the next pitch in, and that's a called strike on the outside corner. 0-2 to the number 3 batter for the Cyclones, Charlie Linderman. Limp back to work from the stretch. He pitches outside and high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Well, you've got a couple pitches to play with here, so you definitely don't want to mess around and throw one in the zone because you know the batter's looking to swing with 2 strikes.
They moved C.J. Schaff off the line a little bit, so he's got a little bit more coverage in that right center field gap. As Limp readies with the 1-2 pitch. Pickoff throw, and that ball gets away, and Kobe Anderson had a long way to run to get that one, so an error will allow Lance to go to third base.
Yeah, and the problem with that, with only one out, now all of a sudden a fly ball, you got the sacrifice in play. So mistake there by the Kahok defense here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Limp will get charged with that error. He threw that one into the ground. So a 1-2 pitch still awaits Linderman. And a runner just 90 feet away now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
Strikeout would come in very handy
Sure
here,
would.
Todd. Take that sacrifice out of play. Got Bobinette hugging the line now after that.
Yeah.
Doubled down the line. He doesn't want to let that happen again, but I don't think anybody makes that play.
No. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count to Linderman, and here's the pitch. Stays high, 2-2. Collinsville wearing not jerseys, they're wearing T-shirts today. The specially made pink out T-shirts. Has their names and their numbers on the back. Purple shirts, white trousers, and the purple caps with the big white C. Swinging a foul ball. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin, they're here with the white trousers, black jerseys. Their primary colors are gold, black, and white, and the numbers on the backs of their jerseys are in gold. As Limp gets ready for a 2-2 pitch here in the top of the first. From the stretch, Limp to the belt, brings it home. Swinging another foul ball, this one out of play, out of the ballpark. Love the sound effects.
That wasn't really a window break?
No, I don't think so. Those sound more like a thud these days, as thick as these windshields and pieces of glass are on these vehicles nowadays. Another 2-2 pitch on the way from Limp to Linderman. Here it is. Swing and a chance for Pinnell. It's going to score a run. Pinnell has it bounce off of his glove, and everybody's safe. And the Cyclones have scored first, 1-0 here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Pinnell made the mistake of sitting back on that baseball. And when that ball comes off of this grass lip, you're going to want to be having forward progress to scoop that thing up. And they call that letting the ball play you instead of playing the ball. So 2 errors.
2 errors in the inning, and I was just getting ready to say we've only committed 7 all year. And we've got 2 here. Here is Jake Kelper, the right fielder. Limp dealing with a runner at first. They got him picked off. Throw over to Bagwell. Bagwell throws to Pinnell, and the runner is out. So that play goes 1-3-6 for out number 2, and that empties the base paths. And now Kelper will be up there with no one on base, as Kelper comes in batting .273. A couple of runs batted in, but the only way he's going to get a run batted in now is if he hits one out of the park, and let's hope that doesn't happen. There's a swing and a foul ball that heads toward the cheering section over here at Fletcher Field. This place is packed today, too,
It
man.
is. I coached these guys since they were 8, until high school. And if I had $1 for every time I've seen Bryce Limp pick a guy off with that move.
Yeah, there's a hard hit ball. Alcorn's on the move, and he's got it for the out. Alcorn got a great jump on that ball, and that becomes a third out of the inning. So just the 1 run scores. We will head now to the home half of the first inning as your Collinsville Kahawks come to bat for the first time here this afternoon, and we're back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Welcome back once again to Fletcher Field. Bottom of the first is here. That could have been a lot worse. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin scores a run in the top half of the first on one hit. Couple of errors committed in that inning, but other than that, things could be a lot worse than 1-0. Chris Alcorn will lead things off here. Carter Mazier is on the mound for Springfield. This is his first appearance on the mound this year for the Cyclones, so no stats to tell you about. Defensively for Sacred Heart Griffin, you have Xander DeMarco out in left field, Colin Johannes out in center, Jake Kelper is in right field, Noah Jones is at third base, Charlie Lindemann at shortstop, Max Petrelli is at second base, Matt Goldisich is at first base, and Mazier will be pitching to Ethan Winters behind the plate. And here is Chris Alcorn batting .435 on the year, 5 runs batted in. He does have a home run under his belt this year as well as a triple. So Alcorn can do some damage with the bat in the number 1 spot. Right now his job is to get on base.
It certainly is. You know, that game he hit the home run, his niece was at the game, and his niece asked him to hit a home run for her that day.
Well, that's awfully nice of him to oblige.
Wasn't that nice?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
All right, the righty Mazier pitches, and that is inside, ball 1. Bottom of the first is underway.
Mazier doesn't look to throw the ball particularly hard. So unless he's a Greg Maddux-style magician, I like the way things are shaping up so far.
Here's the next pitch to Alcorn. That one's low, so he starts him off with a 2-0 count. It'll be Alcorn, Bagwell, and Bovenet here in the first inning. Anyone gets on. Cleanup man Colby Anderson with a chance to bat. Here's the 2-0. That one's inside, and 3-0 now. We'll take the free pass.
I don't know if I've ever seen an active bullpen in the first inning of the game.
Yeah.
Sacred Heart's got somebody in the pen already.
Collinsville had somebody warming up in theirs. They just came back to the dugout.
Did they?
I think they're just trying to keep loose.
Maybe so.
My guess. Here's the 3-0. Taken all the way was Alcorn. He took it down the middle, and it is 3-1.
Well, they call this a hitter's count, Todd. Alcorn's going to be licking his chops here, buddy.
You ain't getting there. Playing him straight away in the outfield. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop fly. This one's foul. The catcher, Winters, is behind the plate, and he'll have it for the first out.
Well, that Alcorn got the pitch to hit, and he just missed it.
Yep, just swung underneath it. One away, and that will bring up Ethan Bagwell. Ethan on the year, batting a robust .565 with 4 runs batted in, 4 doubles on the year. Still looking for his first long ball of the season.
We were laughing at the office this morning. Ethan said he has an exit below like 105. I mean, it's silly.
Yeah.
But he has been having trouble lofting the ball. So he says, yeah, I just hit the ball 100 mile an hour to the shortstop every time. It's frustrating. And he's still batting over 500.
Yeah, he is. First pitch down low, ball 1. Mazier. M-I-Z-E-U-R is how that name is spelt. And this one goes over the head of Bagwell and off of the glove of Winters. 2-0.
Ethan's so strong. If he hits a fly ball, it's leaving the park.
Wind is blowing from left field to right field. Not that strong, though. Maybe about 8-9 miles an hour. Every once in a while, it'll pick up to about 12, so no big deal on the wind. There's a bouncer down third, but that's foul. And the count will be 2-1 to Ethan Bagwell playing first base here today.
2 years ago, now mind you, he's just a junior. 2 years ago, I watched him hit a ball over the scoreboard at SIU.
Wow.
They said it was probably 435 feet.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Bagwell. It's down low, and it's 3-1.
I'd have to hit it twice to get it that far. You know
Man,
what I mean? Hit it and go pick it up and then hit it again.
Yeah. It would take me 3 times to do it. There's the pitch. Swinging.
Oh, baby, that's
ball.
the one.
That was home run distance, but it was well foul. I think that landed in the lake.
In the lake. That is what the doctor ordered. As they say in Little League, okay, buddy, straighten it out. Thanks, Coach.
It's just a long strike. Full count now to Bagwell. Winters gets shaken off twice now by Mazier, and now Mazier steps off.
Yeah, Winters has got that one in his head.
Yeah. Mazier steps back up. Looks into Winters for a sign. Now he has the one that he wants, and here comes the 3-2. Inside. Strike 3 called. Umpire with a little bit of a late call there, but down on strikes goes Bagwell, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, I think we all knew it. He just got frozen on that inside fastball.
Here is Adam Bovenet. Adam on the year, batting an even 500. 9 runs batted in. 2 doubles and a triple. He's also still looking for his first long ball of the year. And the lefty has a good chance to do that here. Wind blowing out just a little bit to the right field side as he looks at the first one outside.
Mark Robinson in the house just came and had a seat, one of the beneficiaries of today's pink out game. So keep Mark and Tracy Limp in your prayers as they go through their journeys here.
Another outside pitch to Bovenet. So far Mazier has been struggling trying to find the strike zone, but so far he's living life large. 2 up, 2 down. Next pitch, high. 3-0. Third batter that he has pitched up into the 3-ball area. He went 3-0 on Alcorn, 3-1 on Bagwell, and now he's 3-0 on Bovenet.
And somehow has 2 outs.
Yep. Pitch, outside, he walked him. There's your first base runner, and that will indeed give Colby Anderson a chance to bat here in the first inning. Anderson, he comes in batting .318, 4 runs batted in. Also looking for his first long ball. About the only one here not looking for his first long ball is Bryce Limp. Told you Chris Alcorn has 1. Bryce Limp has 4. That accounts for all 5 home runs.
And 2 in one game last game.
There's a swing and a foul back to the screen from Anderson. He just missed that one. Bryce Limp, speaking of, waiting on deck.
Would be nice if Colby could hit the contact here, give Limp a chance with 2 outs.
Take one of those high outside pitches right into that right field gap.
Yes, sir.
Run for days. Bovenet has his lead. Swing and a miss as Anderson went golfing. And he is in an 0-2 hole. This is the first time that Mazier has been ahead in any of the first 3 batters he faced. 2 away, runner on. Collinsville trails by 1 run, 1-0. Mazier from the stretch brings it home, outside. Anderson offered at it. Umpire says he swung, so back-to-back strikeouts ends the inning for Collinsville up to the plate. And we will head now to the top half of the second inning. And we will tell you all about that second inning when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Back here at Fletcher Field, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Top of the second, we've already had some defensive changes as Bryce Limp will move into left field. Chris Alcorn, who was over there, will move over to right field. And on the hill now is Blaine Martinez. Blaine, a junior, comes in having pitched in one game so far. He pitched 4 1/3 innings, and he's given up 4 runs, all earned, for a 6.46 earned run average. 5 strikeouts to 3 walks. The first man he faces is Matt Goldisich, the first baseman.
Yeah, look for Collinsville to use a lot of arms. Having a conference schedule's coming up. We got a lot of baseball to play.
Sure do. We'll be here Tuesday for the Belleville West game. That one's inside. And 2-0 to Matt Goldisich.
Yeah, and the Southwest Conference wide open this year.
Yeah,
Great baseball all over the conference.
Goldisich looks at one and swings and fouls it. Goldisich struggling so far this year, batting 158. He does have 5 runs batted in. He's got a double and a triple to his credit this year, and he stands up there with the count in his favor at 2-1. Swinging, another chance for Pinnell. Backhand try, but it bounces off the heel of his glove and heads to the outfield. And the Griffins start off with a base runner here in the top of the second.
Yeah, another unfortunate error by the Kahawks. It'll make 3 on the game.
The catcher, number 4.
We always say in baseball, walks and errors will kill you. So hopefully
Sure will.
Kahawks can clean up their defense here. The good news is it's still very early in the game.
Collinsville has turned a couple of double plays this year. They could use one now. Ethan Winters, the catcher, bats from the left side. He's up and takes one high.
We call that a little baseball breakfast, Todd.
Yeah.
2 over easy.
Ethan Winters also batting 158 with 3 runs batted in. So Goldisich and Winters both batting 158. But Goldisich is down at first base. Winters up at the plate trying to move his buddy over. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to the Cyclones catcher.
Nice fastball by Martinez on the outer half to even the count.
Martinez, the righty, from the stretch, brings it home. High, 2-1. Got your own little DoorDash there, don't you?
I took her home.
Martinez checks on his runner, brings another pitch home. This one's outside. 3-1 the count. And Collinsville trying to stay away from the big innings here in this one. Leadoff man is on, and now a 3-1 count to the catcher Winters. Martinez brings it home. That one is ball 4, and the first 2 have reached here in this second inning. First walk issued
Left fielder number
by
16,
Collinsville.
Xander DeMarco.
And here is Xander DeMarco, the left fielder.
Well, don't be surprised if there's a specialty play on, maybe a bunt or a hit and run here. Here comes Bagwell sniffing out the same situation.
Martinez continues to work from the stretch, now has runners on first and second, and DeMarco looked like he was squaring around to bunt. He's struggled this year as well, comes in batting 100 on the year with 2 runs batted in, and that was on a home run. Only 3 home runs hit by the Cyclones this year, and DeMarco has one of them. Here's the 1-0. He squares around to bunt again. It's right back to the pitcher Martinez. His only throw is over to first base with the second baseman Harrington covering. So the play goes 1-4 in the books.
Whew. Carter Harrington comes over to cover from second base and found himself in the baseline. Had a pretty hefty collision there with the Cyclones runner. Hopefully he's okay. Good play by the Kahawks, though. First baseman crashes. You got to leave the third baseman at home because there's a runner coming that way. Little PFP, pitcher fielding practice by Blaine Martinez, and gets the runner at first.
Courtesy runner at second base, Andrew McDowell takes over for Winter so he can come back and put on the catching equipment. And up to the plate is Noah Jones, the third baseman. I don't have any numbers on Jones. Yeah, I do. There he goes. 333. 333 on the year. Still looking for his first run batted in, and that may be just 90 feet away. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Martinez with an 0-1 pitch coming up to Jones. Here it is. Swing and a miss.
Be
Jones down in the count.
Another perfect time for a strikeout.
Sure would be.
Those Ducks, 2 runners in scoring position. Strikeout will be huge here for Martinez.
Number 9 batter in the Cyclones order waits on deck, Colin Johannes.
And there it is. Oh.
Ooh,
baby.
Yeah, you have to kind of wait with this umpire. He's a little late with those calls sometimes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Noah Jones. Martinez peers over his glove, shakes his head to the sign, and brings another one home. Swinging a little slow roller. Back to the pitcher, bare hand, throw home, and he is out. Nice play.
Hey, that's just as good as a strikeout.
Sure is.
Actually better because now you take 2 runners out of scoring position down to 1, and you still get the out. So that worked out nicely. Another good play by Martinez, man. He's doing it all himself, pitching, fielding, the whole deal.
So Jones reaches on a fielder's choice. Goldisich out 1-2 on the play. And that'll bring up Colin Johannes. Johannes on the year, batting 125. Couple of runs batted in. Collinsville trying to get out of this inning with nothing across the plate. So far, so good, despite the fact that the first 2 base runners reached.
Yeah, Collinsville done a great job of sort of digging themselves out of what was a rough start to the inning. So hopefully we can seal the deal here.
1-0 the count to Johannes. Martinez checks on his runner at second, brings it home. That's a little high and outside, 2-0.
Well, with the number 9 batter up, certainly want to be dealing strikes.
Yeah, pitch to him. Just pitch to him.
Let him put it in play.
Outfield playing him straight away. Martinez checks, kicks, and pitches. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, and no throw by Luke Weller. So everybody moves up, and once again we have runners at second and third. After the passed ball.
2 balls and a strike.
Martinez delivers the next. Swing and a miss. So 1 more of those, and we can get out of this inning unscathed.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Sure would. It's only 1-0. I'd like to keep it that way. Get these Kahok bats a little fired up here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop ball, and Weller comes up throwing down to Bagwell for the out. So the first strikeout of the game is the 3rd out of the second inning. Nothing doing in the top of the second for Springfield, and we will head to the home half of the second inning with the Cyclones still leading by a score of 1-0.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Bottom of the second, and Bryce Limp will lead things off here for Collinsville. Mr. Limp having a pretty good season. 4 home runs on the year, batting .310, 14 runs batted in. Besides the 4 home runs, he also has 2 triples on the year. So let's see if Collinsville can get something going here in the bottom half of the second as Mazier pitches, and that one is low. And Mazier still had a little hard time finding that strike zone in the first inning, but got out of the first inning unscathed.
Yeah, he did pitch his way out of a jam.
Next pitch to Limp. Pitch again down low. 2-0 the count.
Well, knowing that Bryce's mother is a beneficiary of this game, wouldn't it be nice for him to have a big day at the plate?
You know he wants to. You know he does. Here comes the next pitch. Swing it up. He got all of that one, but he swung just a little bit too early and sent that one out.
That ball literally landed in the middle of the next block.
It did. 2-1 to count. That ball went a long way, but it was crooked. Up high, 3-1.
Kahawks are doing a heck of a job of hitting foul ball home runs today.
They sure
Todd.
are. Gage Luttrell is warming up in the bullpen for the Cyclones.
Chris Kettler said if this were cricket, we'd be on to something.
Yeah, we would. That one's high and a walk to Limp. So leadoff man on here for Collinsville. And that is the second walk issued by Mazier. And the Kahawks have the leadoff man on.
Bryce just unloads all of his gear. Christie asked him at O'Fallon, he said, Bryce, did you go to Dick's Sporting Goods and just buy one of every baseball accessory that they have? He had it all going.
A big swing and a miss by C.J. Schaff, the right fielder. C.J. on the year batting .391. Few runs batted in, 3 to be exact. Limp over at first base. Kahawks have stolen 30 bases this year. They've only been caught one time.
Pretty good steal percentage.
Yeah.
There.
Throw over, and Limp is back in with a head-first slide.
Yeah, so a lot of off-speed stuff out of this Cyclones pitcher, and it's evident Collinsville's bats have been very early, so we're going to have to make some adjustments, try to hit the ball the other way.
Mazier works from the stretch, checks on Limp, and throws over there again. Limp back in time. That was a little closer than the last one.
First baseman tried to sell it. Not mad at him for that, but Bryce was in safe and sound.
Got those fingers in there before that tag was applied. Count remains 0-1 to C.J. Schaff. Carter Harrington waiting on deck. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside, but a called strike. See the way he looked back at the umpire like, are you for real?
Oh, man. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was kind of feeling the same deal.
Yeah, so 0-2.
Try not to look at the ump that way.
No, he'll remember that.
Yes.
Another throw over. Limp's back in time. We don't have the 2 throw over rule here like they do in Major League Baseball now.
Yeah, interesting. Went to the game last week, and I like the pace.
Yeah.
You know, as far as the pickoff rules and the bases and all that, I don't really have an opinion, but the pace of the game is nice.
Yeah. I'm going to just bought tickets the other day to a game on June the 10th against Cincinnati.
Very nice.
Going to be sitting in the left field bleachers.
Well, if anybody wants to come out, we're raffling off for Mark and Tracy today some baskets, and one of them is a all-inclusive day at the ballpark at Busch Stadium.
Nice.
Come on out, get your raffle tickets, and watch some Kahawk baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to C.J. Schaff. Limp leads off of first base. He's there after a walk. He goes, swinging a high pop-up. That's on the infield. Limp's going to have to get back, and then he falls down. He tripped over the second baseman, and we're going to have to see what the umpire wants to say about this.
He should be safe.
I think they're going to call interference by the second baseman.
Well,
and
maybe.
award Limp second base. Maybe we'll have to.
Umpire's going to come over and talk to Coach Swip.
Yeah, Coach Swip is going to be talked to by the umpire, and also the head coach for Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin, Nicholas Namovich, is also out there. He is standing at the first baseline waiting to see what the outcome of this is. At any rate, there's an out.
Well, the Cyclones coach is going to say that the defender was going for the ball, and he has the right to the path to do so.
But the shortstop caught the ball.
That's right.
He ran into the second baseman.
That's what Brett's going to argue.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's going to – Cyclones coach is going to say he was part of the potential double play.
Yeah.
I think Coach Swip would be correct. those baseball things, Todd.
Yeah.
A lot of rules in this game.
You are not kidding. Umpire and Coach Swip still talking about it over on the third baseline. You know that if he would have won this argument, this conversation would be over already, so this isn't looking good. It's a nice long conversation over there.
Yes, so the ruling on the field is going to come out shortly.
Yeah, the umpires want to talk about it now. I'm sure that the fielding umpire wants to get the opinion from the home plate umpire, see what he thinks about the whole thing.
Well, Brett certainly got his point across.
He did.
There's no question about it.
Cyclones coach still there with his arms crossed, waiting to find out the outcome of this, because if Limp ends up being awarded second base, you're going to have a conversation with him.
They might actually put Limp back on first base because he was headed back towards first base when it happened. That may be the conversation right now, is which base to award him. I hope that's the conversation.
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, there wouldn't be much to talk about if they both agreed that he was out.
Right. I think that's probably what's going on.
Carter Harrington waiting for his turn at the plate. All the infielders except for the shortstop for the Cyclones meeting at the mound to talk things over.
Yeah. Well, credit the umpiring crew for getting together and taking their time and make sure they get it right. Now home plate ump's going to go over and talk to Coach Swip.
This is
now here comes the Cyclones going. Yeah. I was wondering how long he would sit there and stay out of the conversation. Like, wait a minute, fellas.
Very long conversation here just to figure out if Limp's out or not. I know they want to get it right.
I really think the conversation is which base they're going to give him.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on.
I'm sure that Coach Swip would be satisfied if Limp was not called out, but he's still over there talking, so makes me think that they're going to call him out.
Maybe. If they do, I think they definitely got the call wrong. Now, which base to put him on, I'm not real sure. Brett's getting a little animated right now.
Yep.
He's getting a hand in his face by the field umpire. Boy, if they call Limp out, this crowd's going to erupt.
Yeah. Not in a good way.
No.
I would think that this would be a much shorter conversation than this has turned into.
Definitely chewing up your valuable time here,
I know,
Todd.
man. This game already started an hour and 10 minutes later than it was scheduled to, and here we are.
Hey, that just means you get paid overtime today, right?
Yeah, that's it. My wife said if I'm not home by 3, she's leaving without me. Still have no idea where she's going, but she's leaving.
I think you'll have the house to yourself this afternoon,
probably.
Todd.
Be hanging out with the dogs. Well,
warm-up pitches here by the Cyclone
Mazier
pitcher. So his arm
warming up.
Oh, here we go.
Well, we're going to find out sooner or later what's going on here.
Oh, no.
Well, they called him out.
Oh, boy. That is not the right call, fellas.
No,
Brett
it's not.
Swip knows it.
Yeah. So do the fans. They're all moaning and groaning, saying that's not the right call.
No, that's not the right call.
And Swip ought to better be careful or he's going to get tossed out of this game.
It might be worth it at this point.
Yeah.
Because that's just a blatant disregard for the rules of baseball. And that's not even a tough rule.
Yeah. Well, it's all over, so now we're going to get back to actual baseball here. So bases are empty, 2 outs, bottom of the second. And here is Carter Harrington. Harrington batting 182 on the year, 3 runs batted in. So now it's Harrington's job to get on base and start this process all over again. Here's the pitch by Mazier. We'll see if that delay messed up his mechanics at all, and that one is outside. That's nothing new. He has been all over the strike zone here in the first couple of innings, but so far he is not allowed to run. That one's in the dirt, quickly 2-0.
Every baseball fan knows about the baseball gods, and they sometimes, usually, almost always have a way of working things out. So for the Kahawks will keep grinding, and a couple of breaks will go their way now.
Mazier ready with the 2-0 to Harrington. Here it is, almost hitting 3-0. Yeah, Limp was off and running on that pitch, man, and he was almost down to second base before he realized that ball was popped up. He tried to turn around and come back to first. That's when the leg of himself and the second baseman got tangled up. There's a 4-pitch walk to Harrington. That's the third walk issued in this game by Mazier. So we're back to a runner on first. And up to the plate steps Luke Weller. Weller batting .375 on the year with 3 runs batted in.
I love when Luke Weller comes up to bat because I get to hear Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
All the players have their own personalized walk-up songs. Harrington gets his lead. There's the first pitch into Weller, and it's a called strike. So after 4 straight out of the strike zone, Mazier finally gets one over the plate and starts Weller off with an 0-1 count. Darren Pennell, the number 9 hitter for Collinsville, waits in the on-deck circle. Mazier almost had Harrington going the other way.
He caught him leaning, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But luckily for Harrington, Mazier's pickoff throw was a little slow in materializing, so he had a little bit more time to get back than what he thought.
Yeah, he changed course pretty quick. Found himself back safe.
0-1 pitch on the way. Harrington goes, pitches high. Throw is not in time, and safe at second base is Harrington.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harrington got a really not a great jump there, and it looked like he was going to be dead in the water, and the catcher just could not make it happen. So Collinsville stays way ahead in the stolen base game here.
Got a runner in scoring position now for Weller, looking for that 4th RBI on the year, the Collinsville catcher is. Mazier from the stretch pitches, and that one's in there for a strike. 1-1.
Nice curveball, started it in the middle of the zone and caught the outer half. That'd be a
1
tough
ball,
pitch
2
to
strikes
hit.
to count.
Be a tough pitch to hit.
Yeah. Mazier brings another one home. A high, 2-2. Throw down to second base from the catcher, and Harrington's back in there. That was a lot closer than anybody would have liked.
I was getting ready to say, Carter's making it interesting on the base paths for us here.
Sure is. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on second base. We're in the bottom of the second, 1-0 in favor of the Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones.
Look for Weller to shorten up and put a ball in play here.
Mazier takes his time, and then Weller calls timeout just as Mazier was into his windup. Home plate umpire granted it, so 2-2 remains the count. Mazier looks into Ethan Winters, his catcher, has his sign, and brings it home. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Weller. That's the 3rd strikeout in the game for Mazier, and that will end the second inning. In the inning, Collinsville strands another runner. They have stranded 2 on the afternoon as the Kahawks continue to look for their first hit. Top of the 3rd. That will be coming your way next after we take a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
We have moved things along to the top of the third inning here at Fletcher Field in Woodland Park. And it's back to the top of the order here for the Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones.
The order for Sacred Heart Griffin, second baseman, Max.
That means Max Petrelli is up to the plate. And Petrelli was a strikeout victim, got caught looking at the third strike. That was when Bryce Limp was in there as he started this game. Ended up with just that one strikeout. Didn't walk anyone and allowed the only run so far of the game. And the first pitch in there to Petrilli misses the mark, and it's 1-0.
Petrilli shows a bunt. Pulls it back.
Bunt base hit just to lead off the inning. Yeah, he was bluffing. Swing, not a swing, but he let it go, hit the outside corner, so 1-1. Martinez works quickly. Here's the pitch. And a chance for the second baseman, Harrington. He's up with it and one away here in the top of the third.
Nice play by the sophomore Carter Harrington. He came and attacked that baseball, got rid of it quickly.
Designated hitter.
And that'll go down as a 4-3 put out for the first out of this third inning.
Designated hitter Will Lance has collected the only hit in this game so far. That was a double. And he came around to score on an error as Collinsville committed 2 errors in that first inning. And after missing with the first, Martinez brings in the second, swinging a foul ball out of play. That one's got Carr written all over it. Ooh, just missed the front of that van. 1-1. Third inning action here on a beautiful day at the old ball yard. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Nice job. Took a little speed off of that one. Did Martinez and painted it on the outside corner.
Yeah, and this new infield that we put down last year, early in the year with the cold weather, wasn't great. It's kind of tough to field ground balls, but the grass has really come in nice, and Fletcher's looking good today.
Yeah, strikeout looking for Lance. Second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Martinez. And there are quickly 2 away. I like this pace a lot better. Here's Charlie Linderman. Linderman reached on an error. And first pitch, swinging a chance, and that's foul, but above the net. Gave it a good run. Linderman reached on that error and then was out on a 1-3-6 put out at second base. And the pitch, a foul ball. 0-2. So Martinez, one pitch away from getting out of a 1-2-3 inning here, or giving his teammates a chance with a 1-2-3 inning, I should say.
That would be nice. Collinsville looking to get their first tally on the board.
Well, there's a base hit instead.
That was a good piece of hitting.
Sure was. Pitch was high and outside, and he took it that way. And a 2-out single belongs to Charlie Linderman. Second hit of the day for
right fielder
Sacred Heart Griffin.
Jake Kepler.
That will bring up right fielder Jake Kepler, who lined out hard to Chris Alcorn, who was then playing out in left field. Now Bryce Limp is playing out there. So a runner on first, 2 away.
Well, this is not a small individual.
No, it's not. There's a couple of, they got a couple of big kids.
This guy's a hoss.
Martinez pitches. There's a slow roller, and Pinnell has to charge. He gloves it. He throws, and in time for the out. That was a nice play by both Pinnell and Bagwell on the other side on the old 6-3 putout, and that ends the inning with no damage done, and we will be back to tell you all about the home half of the third inning right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
New pitcher comes in for the Cyclones. Gage Luttrell, 6'4", 215-pound junior, will take the mound. And Luttrell has pitched in 3 games. He started 3 games. He has a record of 1-2. He has allowed 10 hits, 11 runs. 9 of those runs have been earned. And he brings with him a 10.5 earned run average. He has struck out 4 and walked 5 so far in the season. And the first man that he will face will be the number 9 hitter for Collinsville, Darren Pennell. Then back to the top of the order, Chris Alcorn and Ethan Bagwell will have a chance to bat here.
Number 11, Darren Pennell.
So Pennell comes up for the first time here and pops one up to center field. On the move is Johannes, and he is there, and 1 pitch equals 1 out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the order, and Chris Alcorn. Chris Alcorn fouled out to the catcher his first time up. Alcorn now playing right field. Started off in left field. And the lefty awaits the first pitch from the new pitcher Luttrell, and that is down low for a ball. 6'4", 215 pounds. That's a pretty big kid. He is the tallest, and he weighs the most on the team. Next pitch by the righty. Up high. 2-0. Alcorn digs back in from the left side, looking for a pitch to his liking. That one was a called strike. They have another pitcher warming up in the bullpen, Brady Malloy, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. He's a big one, too. 2-1 the count to Alcorn. Luttrell pitches, swinging a foul ball right back to the screen. That'll even things out at 2-2. Luttrell, bases empty, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Collinsville down by 1, 1-0, as the Griffins got that lone run in the 1st inning. Full count now to the Kahok right fielder, Chris Alcorn. Next delivery on the way. Swinging a pop-up, but that's going to go out of play over near where all of the fans are hanging out. Right behind the makeshift concession stand here. Heads up, everybody. Heads up.
That Booster Club does a great job with concessions, though. We've got
I had a hot dog earlier. That was
and
good.
Hot dogs and popcorn.
3-2 pitch to Alcorn. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Alcorn. 2 away here in this bottom half of the 3rd inning. First strikeout for Luttrell.
Kahawks finally get through the lineup once, so all the batters have seen the baseball today, so hopefully we can get a little more action going here the second time through the lineup.
Yeah, I guarantee if Mazier would have stayed out there, they would have figured him out eventually, and they'd be hitting him. But now they have to get used to a new pitcher. And Luttrell, as I mentioned, big kid, man.
He is.
6'4", 215.
The good news is he still doesn't throw particularly hard.
Yeah. And Bagwell pops one up. Is that going to stay in play? No, it is not. That one ends up going right behind the press box here, and then it bounces off the sidewalk and into the street.
A little more velo than the initial pitcher, but sort of similar style.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bagwell, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. Luttrell pitches, swinging another pop fly This one's going to be in foul territory if it stays in the park, and up against the fence, could not make the catch. Matt Goldisich.
Yeah,
it was close.
Yeah, Bagwell gets away with one. That ball should have been caught. He got a little afraid of the fence. What you should do there is go to the fence and find it and then make the play on the ball. But the fence spooked him, and at any rate, Bagwell stays alive. Down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We'll see if the extra life will pay dividends here. Big gap in right center field. Here's the pitch inside, 2-2. I mean, a big gap. That center fielder is almost playing behind the shortstop. Wow. 2-2 the count to the Kahok first baseman, Ethan Bagwell. Here's a pitch, and that one's inside. Full count.
Shows they've done their homework. I don't know that Bagwell's hit a ball to the opposite field in his life.
Yeah.
As big and strong as he is. So, scouting reports in.
3-2 the count to Bagwell, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a long fly ball, but that hook's foul. That one had home run distance on it, but just hooked.
2 foul ball home runs today for Bagwell.
Yeah. Had about 3 all day.
Come on, baby.
Straighten it out. I'm trying to, Coach. I'm trying. Luttrell delivers another 3-2, swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to stay in fair territory. Linderman's underneath it at shortstop, and he has it for out number 3. So the Kahawks go down 1-2-3 here in the home half of the 3rd inning. And we will move right along. Top of the 4th coming up, and that'll be right after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. We have arrived to the top of the 4th inning. Still a 1-0 contest. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin scored a run in the 1st inning, and that has been it so far. Martinez back out on the hill, and the first batter he'll face here in this 4th inning is Matt Goldisich. Goldisich, Winters, and DeMarco here in the 4th inning for Springfield. Goldisich reached on an error in the 2nd inning and then was erased on a 1-2 play at home. He was tagged out trying to score run number 2, so that's why we still are at 1-0. Martinez is ready, and the pitch is a foul ball. Rolls out in front of home plate, but it hit the plate first, I believe.
Yeah, you know, having watched this game, if you were to tell me it was only 1-0, I wouldn't believe you.
I know.
Very lopsided game from the offensive standpoint.
There's a chance for Bovinette. He handles it cleanly, and the long throw over to first base is in time. Nope. The ball came out of his glove. He tagged him on the helmet, did Bagwell, and that dislodged the ball. So safe at first base is Goldisich.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's going to go down as a throwing error on Bovinette after making such a nice play. I mean, that ball was ripped.
Yeah.
But another error for your Kahawks to start off the 4th inning. Hopefully we can throw a ground ball, get a double play here.
That'd be nice. That's the 4th error of this game so far for Collinsville. So it averages out to 1 error per inning, although 2 of those came in the 1st.
Pitch running for the Cyclones at first base, number 10, Joel Solon.
Joe Salin comes in to pitch, courtesy run. He is a 5'10 senior.
Cyclones catcher, Ethan Winters.
As Ethan Winters comes in, he reached on a walk and was stranded at third in his only at bat. So runner at first, nobody out, and the pitch is just a little outside. 1-0. Need that double play ball.
Martinez, the junior right-hander, seems to be locating the ball well today.
There's another error. Pickoff pitch ends up eluding Bagwell's glove.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if it was a bad throw or if Bagwell just didn't get out to it. That was a little hard to tell who was at fault there. I guess the scorebook will tell us.
Well, that'll have to wait for a later day. Right now I just have it down as an error. I didn't charge it to anyone, but that's the 5th error of this game now for Collinsville. Puts a runner down at second base and a swing and a chopper down to Bagwell. He'll glove it himself and step on the bag. Runner moves over to third base, 1 out.
Left fielder, Xander DeMarco.
So 1 away, Xander DeMarco, who grounded back to the pitcher. His first time up with Carter Harrington covering first base.
DeMarco, another large-framed young man here.
And the pitch from Martinez on the way. Offered at it, and the umpire says he...
Blaine started him off with the curveball, baby.
Yeah.
A little trickery. I like it.
0-1. Runner at third. That's a big run down there since you're in a 1-0 game here.
Boy, is it ever.
Martinez checks on the runner and brings it home. Swing and a miss. Strikeout would loom large here.
Somebody needs to tell DeMarco, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a steady dose of those things now, buddy.
Yeah. Martinez ready with an 0-2. Here it comes.
There's another
one. That one gets away from Weller on a third strike. And, no, another throwing error. Man, oh, man.
Errors are stacking up much more quickly than we would like here at Fletcher for your Kahawks. I think we're going to tie our season mark.
6th error of the game. Yeah, I know. We had 7
had
errors
7
coming
all
in.
year.
Yeah. 7 errors coming in, already 6 in this game. And believe it or not, it's still just 1-0.
I guess it's too nice. Maybe it needs to be cold again. It's kind of opposite, isn't it?
There is Noah Jones, reached on a fielder's choice and was left at second base in his only plate appearance. So runners now at first and third, still just the 1 out. Double play to end the inning would be nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That puts a double play in effect.
Really surprised that Goldisich didn't leave from third on that errant throw. So runners on the corners, 1 away. 1-0 the count to Noah Jones. Martinez brings in a strike. Looking like Noah Jones squaring around to bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Martinez doesn't deserve any of this that's happening to him, that's for sure.
Good Lord, no. He's come in and pitched a great game. And he's just not getting a whole bunch of support behind him, unfortunately.
1-1 pitch hits the outside corner, 1-2. Well, he had the strikeout, but the throw down didn't work out. That would have been the second strikeout for Martinez. I guess he's still getting the strikeout.
I'd say he still gets the strikeout. Just the runner gets on via error.
Yeah. Martinez, runner goes. Foul ball. He'll have to go back. Xander DeMarco had a great jump on that pitch, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he took the double play out of effect.
Sure
in that action. So Martinez still needs to hold him close just to keep that double play in effect.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch and a attempted bunt.
Oh, that's big.
Held on to by Weller, and that is big. Strikeout number 3 for Martinez, second out of the inning. And Collinsville 1 out away from getting out of this inning with no further damage done. Here is Colin Johannes, the number 9 hitter in the order. He was a strikeout victim his first time up against Martinez. That was Martinez's first strikeout since he came in the second inning.
Which is huge, and I have no idea why you have a bunt on with 1 out and runners on first and third.
That one's over hit the bat. That was a, I'm telling you what, that saved a run.
That saved a run.
over the backside of Colin Johannes, and it hit his bat for a foul ball.
Well, see, the baseball guy just bailed Blaine out.
You ain't
right?
kidding there.
Errant pitch, and they say, hey, buddy, you've had a rough go.
Yeah.
Nobody's backing you up. We're going to give you a foul ball for that one.
Yeah.
That's great.
Martinez ready with another pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul ball out of play, so 1 strike away from getting out of this.
Thought maybe he'd try to hit the bat again.
Andrew McDowell actually batting for Johannes.
Well, Martinez ahead in the count.
Yeah.
With 2 outs, this would be another magic show by Martinez if he can get out of this one.
Runner is off.
Come on,
Fly
baby.
ball.
Come on,
Bryce
baby.
Limp. He's under it, and he has it. And that is the end of the inning. So Collinsville gets out of that top of the 4th inning with runners on 1st and 3rd and only 1 out. As we will head now to the home half of the 5th inning. It remains 1-0 in favor of Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin. And we're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions, kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. Couple of changes to tell you about here for the defense for the Springfield Sacred Heart Griffins, as we have our 3rd pitcher as Brady Malloy comes in to pitch. Malloy, 6 foot, 200-pound senior, and he pitches, and the first batter he faces is Adam Bovanet, who walked and was stranded his first time up. Collinsville committed 3 errors in that last half inning, and luckily for them, they held the Cyclones off the board.
I mean, how many errors?
Woo! Bless you. That came out of nowhere.
Man,
huh?
sorry about that. Well, something must have come off the field there.
It's that dust, man.
But, yeah, we've given up, 6 errors?
6 errors.
And we've only given up 1 run.
Yep.
That's almost unthinkable.
It is.
Now, Bobinet, certainly one of the sweetest swings in the entire Kahok program. Everybody knows that. So at any time, big things could happen off of his bat.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, leaving the count at 2-2.
That's what he had in his mind on that swing, baby.
Bovanet, Anderson, and Limp all due up here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Malloy checks and pitches. He didn't have anybody to check on. I don't know why I said that. McDowell stays in the game. He plays out in left field. That's where Xander DeMarco played.
He was checking on the dugout.
He was checking something. Full count now to Bovanet, the leadoff man here in the 4th for Collinsville. Here's the pitch, swinging that's got a gap written all over it unless the fielder can get there off of his glove. He did. That was a nice try out there by McDowell, who just got brought into this game. A diving try, but it just ticked off of his glove and ended up underneath his body. And that looked like it had gap written all over
Boy,
it.
that young man must be fast as lightning, because I'm with you, Todd. When he hit that ball, I thought that's going to the fence, and somehow the left fielder comes out of nowhere.
First hit of the afternoon for Collinsville, and here is Colby Anderson, a strikeout victim his first time up. And a swing on a partial swing anyway by Anderson. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 game. So right now it's still anybody's ball game. They have 2 pitchers warming up down in the bullpen for the Cyclones.
I'm sure that they have conference ball coming up as well.
They've already played 3 conference games.
Oh, have they really?
Yeah, they are.
Wow. So a lot of times these non-conference weekend games, you'll use guys that, you wouldn't normally use. Or
sorry, they've played 6. They are 3-3 in conference play so far.
We call these, they say, who's pitching today? And the coaches say, Johnny Holstaff, meaning the whole staff.
1-1 the count to Anderson. Check on Bovinet over there. He dives back in safely.
Well, he's got a quick move for a right-hander.
A little bit of room once again in that right center field alley for Anderson. And another check over on Bovinet. He's back in there safely again. This time he did not have to get dirty. Malloy pitches. That almost hit Anderson.
Ooh, baby. If I'm in the dugout, I'm asking Colby to wear that pitch. Much abuse he takes in football, he can handle it.
Yeah. You ain't kidding there.
Especially with Bryce on deck.
2-1 the count. Pitch, swinging, a chance for a double play. Shortstop. He gloves it, tosses over to second for one, and not in time at first. So 6-4 for the first out. And Anderson reaches via the fielder's choice, so 1 out. And we'll just trade base runners. Bovinet for Anderson, and here comes Bryce Limp. Limp walked and then was caught in that weird play down at second base where he was thrown out by the umpire. And after a pop fly on the infield, Limp tried to go back to first base, ran into the second baseman. And after a long discussion, they decided that Limp was out. Anderson's back in there with a throw over to first.
The only way they could have justified that is by somehow saying the second baseman was involved in the play.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I don't agree with that, but that
no,
had to
it was
be
a
the
pop fly.
justification.
It was a pop fly that was caught by the shortstop.
Right.
As Limp looks at one outside. C.J. Schaff waiting on deck. Colby Anderson on at first base.
How about Bryce Limp parking one on California Street?
I'd like to see him hit the scoreboard. Maybe it'll stop that flashing. We have a short in the scoreboard. Maybe if he hits it, it'll straighten it out. 2-0 the count to Mr. Limp. Yeah, the scoreboard at the softball complex doesn't work at all.
Really?
This one's got a short in it.
We need to get our scoreboard people.
I know. Don't we have scoreboard people on call?
You would think.
And the runner goes. Throw is down, and the second baseman backing up the shortstop kept that one from going into the outfield. Second stolen base on the afternoon for Collinsville. First one for Anderson. And that puts a runner in scoring position. The tying run is at second base. Limp is ahead in the count, 3-0. He'll get something juicy to hit here, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if you give him the green light. It's rare, but as hot as he is, why not?
Here comes the 3-0. Up high, he walked him. First and second now for Collinsville. One away, so it's up to C.J. Schaff. C.J. popped up to the shortstop in his only at bat. The pitching coach wants to come out and talk things over with Malloy.
Well, he knows we've got a lefty up. CJ hits for average, short porch in right field. You know, the pitching coach right now is saying, hey, keep the ball down in the zone and roll a double play for us. That's the instruction.
That was the fourth walk of Collinsville batters here today.
Designated hitter, C.J. Shaw.
Pitcher does not want to elevate the baseball here, but as far as I'm concerned, I hope he does.
CJ started off the day in right field. Now he is the DH. Runners on at first and second, one out. Collinsville looking to do some damage here. Here's the pitch. It's down low. Nice job by the catcher Winters to keep that one from going back to the screen.
Carter Harrington on deck for the Kahawks. Barring a double play, we'll see him this inning.
One away. Runners at first and second. Here comes the 1-0. It's inside and low. 2-0.
Sophomore Harrington started the year fairly slow, and he's really come on as of late. He hit a ball last game that left a vapor trail.
He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Runners have their leads from first and second. Here's the pitch right down the middle. Call it strike 1, 2, and 1.
That's the elevated pitch we were looking for. CJ still in the driver's seat, ahead in the count, 2-1.
Next pitch by Malloy on the way. Swinging a shot up the middle. Second baseman over to shortstop and over to first for one. There's that double play that ends the inning. So Collinsville had something going on, but after the double play, it doesn't happen anymore. So we will head now to the top half of the fifth inning with the Cyclones of Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121. Or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Back to the top of the order. Oh boy, off the end of the bat by leadoff hitter Max Petrelli, right into the glove of Adam Bovinet at third base. Bill, I tell you, that was smoked, but Bovinet was right in the right spot. One pitch and one out to start off this inning. Man. That'll bring up the number 2 batter, Will Lance. Petrilli, after that, now 0 for 3. Lance doubled and scored the only run of this game back in the first. He was a strikeout victim his last time up, got caught looking against Martinez. There's a slicing ball on its way to Alcorn out in right field, and quickly there are 2 away. That will bring up the shortstop, Charlie Linderman. Linderman reached on an error in that first inning, and he had a single and was stranded at first in the third. Moving along quickly here in the top of the fifth. Martinez is ready to pitch, and there's already 2 outs after 3 pitches. And maybe we'll get out of this inning on 4 pitches. There is Harrington up over an OUT. God, Dr. Chris was just getting ready to put the headphones on, and now he doesn't have to. We quickly move to the bottom half of the fifth inning, and we'll be back here. Collinsville looking for that first run of the game. Maybe this is the inning they get it. We'll find out after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Another new pitcher for Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin as Hunter Wheat comes into the game. This is his 4th appearance on the year. He is 0-1. He's given up 7 hits, 9 runs, 8 of those earned. He has a ERA of 14.0. He struck out 6 and walked 4. And Harrington becomes the first batter he will face. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters here for Collinsville. Harrington, Weller, and Pinnell, if anyone can get on, back to the top of the order. And Chris Alcorn. Here's a pitch, swinging a ball out of play. We've only had 3 hits in this entire ball game.
This guy's got a similar ERA of the Cardinals starting staff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the whole staff. The Cyclones have 2 hits. Collinsville picked up their first hit last half inning. We've had 3 hits in this ball game and 6 errors. More errors than hits is not a good thing.
I think you'll see Collinsville's offense come alive.
Let's hope so.
I really do.
Well, we will find out. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt, 3-1. That was the fastest half inning ever. 4 pitches to make 3 outs.
Not bad, huh?
No.
That's good for the old pitch count.
Yeah. Good for my social life, too. 3-1 the count.
You're on the clock, baby. You got 26 minutes to get this one in the books.
Yeah. Strike to Harrington. Runs the count full. Harrington, the second baseman, walked, stole second back in the second inning, and then was left at second base.
You just live up the street. I could have my daughter walk up there and let the air out of the tire, slow her down a little bit.
There you go. No, because then she'd wait for me to get home to change it. Three and 2 the count to Carter Harrington. Next pitch coming from Wheat. And he walked him. There's the tying run on at first base. That is the 5th walk issued by Cyclone pitching today. So Harrington down at first.
Catcher, Luke Weller.
That'll bring up Luke Weller. Weller, a strikeout victim his only time up. Throw over to first base, back in there.
Carter Harrington's back at it on the base paths again, boy.
Hunter Wheat, 5'8", 140-pound junior. We lost some height and some weight on that pitching change. That one hits the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1 the count.
Well, that's why I mentioned that you probably see Collinsville's offense come alive. I mean, it should. You're just not getting a lot of velocity or force out of this pitcher.
And the Cyclones still have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen as we speak. Throw over to first base, and Harrington's back in there.
Harrington just set a season record for most pickoff attempts on the base paths.
There's another one.
Oh, man.
The Vegas Vipers right now over the Battlehawks, 17-14.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
I know. Playoffs hopes are on the line. Runner goes, pitches outside, throw is In time, he got him for the out.
Man, you hate to run yourself out of the tying run on the base pass in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
If you get a bad jump, you just don't have to go. Rookie mistake by Harrington, but at any rate, here comes Luke Weller, trying to get it started again.
Weller up there now with a 1-1 count. And the pitch from Wheat. Outside, ball 2. 2-1. Pennell waits on deck. Yeah, especially when you're trailing just by the 1 run. Hate to see that guy get erased. Next pitch on the way. In the dirt. 3-1. No action in the Collinsville bullpen.
If we can get Weller on, Darren Pennell's the 9th batter. Most people don't realize how well he bunts for a hit.
Outside.
So maybe look for Pennell to try to bunt himself onto base. Go back to the top of the lineup with runners on 1st and 2nd, and let's go.
Back-to-back walks to open up this inning for Collinsville. Unfortunately, one of them erased on a caught stealing. As Matt Shelton will come into the game for the first time here this afternoon as the courtesy runner. And here is Darren Pennell, who flew out to the center fielder Johannes his first time up.
Third baseman got the memo. He's cheating.
Yeah, he's in on the grass. Throw over to first base, and Shelton is back in there. Shelton does have some speed. That's why he's out there. See if Collinsville still wants to continue the stolen base machines. That was only the 2nd time all year that they've been caught.
Coach Pomerantz comes out of the dugout to talk with head coach Brett Swift. They've got something up their sleeve, so let's see what happens here.
0-1 the count to Pennell. Pitch, bunt.
There it is.
Pennell
there it is.
right
there
in front
it
of
is.
home.
There it is. There
Throw
it is.
over is not going to be in time. And Collinsville has runners on at 1st and 2nd with only 1 out.
I had a hunch, and I'm glad it worked out.
Infield base hit there for Pennell. That was nicely done.
Well, yeah, that excellent. Darren Pennell is one of the best bunters, maybe in the country, certainly in the region, and he's quick as grease lightning. So Collinsville is in business here in the bottom of the 5th.
Back to the top of the order, Chris Alcorn, who is 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a strikeout. See if he can get that bat going against Wheat. Shelton jumping around second base like he's got fire under his tennis shoes.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of trying to get in the pitcher's head.
Oh, yeah.
That's certainly part of the game.
Yes, it is. First pitch to Alcorn misses the zone, so he's ahead 1-0. Wheat from the stretch. Looks at Shelton dancing around out there and brings another one home. That one hits the inside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, and an experienced pitcher with Shelton bouncing around. The minute he bounces toward third, you make a pickoff move.
Yeah. Shortstop getting a little bit closer behind Shelton here. Here's the pitch. It's high to Alcorn, 2-1. I was up here getting ready for the game. Got a text message from Cheryl Knutson offering me 2 tickets to the Battlehawks game today. I'm like, well, sorry. The baseball game plays. It's supposed to be starting right at the same time.
Awfully nice of Cheryl.
Oh, I know. I like Cheryl a lot. She's a good person. That one hits him. Bases loaded.
Where is Katie now? She left SIU, correct?
I
She's still
think
playing
so.
basketball somewhere?
Oh, yeah, she's still playing.
Very nice. She was always fun to watch.
Sure was.
Here comes a visit to the mound.
Bases are loaded. Timeout on the field. Everybody from Springfield wants to talk about this one, so we'll go ahead and step aside for just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game, and go Kahawks. Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet, it's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
Ethan Bagwell steps up to the plate with the bases loaded and one out after a meeting on the mound by the Cyclones.
When you got an SEC Division I commit at the plate with the bases loaded, you're going to talk it over.
Yeah, Bagwell comes up 0 for 2 for the day with a strikeout and a pop-up. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, so Collinsville has bases loaded. Shelton's on over at third base, Pinella's at second, and Alcorn is at first. One away. Base hit would tie it at the very least. There's a pop-up. Foul is
he
going
knows it too.
Land right behind the press box here.
That was a pitch to hit. When he fouled it off, he hit himself on the head. Said, gosh darn it. All right, shorten up, do a job, Bags.
0-2 to Bagwell. Wheat steps off.
Wheat knows what he's up against. I think there's nobody in this ballpark happier that Bagwell fouled that off besides this pitcher.
That one is just a little low. That was almost too close to take.
Almost.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
C.J. Schaff appears to be throwing down the bullpen for Collinsville.
Pitcher's got to be dying after that, right?
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Next to Bagwell, swinging. He was protecting the plate that time on that pitch and got lucky and fouled that one out of play.
Oh, come on, win this, Ethan. This is a very key moment in this baseball game.
Yep. Pivotal, you would say. Pivotal.
Pivotal.
Pivot. Pivot. Oh, he got an off-speed pitch, and he waited on it. He right into the glove of C.J. Schaff in the bullpen. C.J. Schaff was standing right in the right spot at the right time and snagged that one.
Well, they've got a coach down there protecting the bullpen, and didn't do much good on that one. That was a BB.
Well, I tell you what, Bagwell was very patient, waited on that pitch, and just missed it. Another 1-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Now the other one.
That's out of here. Go.
Fly ball. It's going to stay in the park.
Too high.
McDowell circles. It's the center fielder, though, Johannes, who comes up with it. Shelton tags from third. He's in there. We are tied. Nicely done. As the Kahawks have tied this game up.
Way to do a job, Ethan Bagwell.
You are not kidding there, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a productive out for sure.
Oh, boy. And now I like where we are. Even with 2 outs, you've got Bobinet up with runners on second and third. Be a timely base hit for Bobinet.
Sure would be.
And here comes a mound visit. We're going to have a pitching change, Todd.
Yeah, I believe that you are correct since this is the second mound visit. So we will step aside as we have another pitching change going on here for the Cyclones, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahawk Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
New pitcher for the Cyclones, Nick Herms, a 6', 185-pound junior. And Mr. Herms has only pitched 1 1/3 innings so far on the season, and he has not given up any runs, and he has 1 strikeout to no walks. So very little sample size to work with here for the Cyclones, as Collinsville has come back to tie this game up. And the Kahawks are still in a bit of business here as they have runners on second and third, and 2 away. And Adam Bovinette will come up to the plate to take on the new pitcher. 5th pitcher of the afternoon here for the Cyclones. Carter Mazier started. George Luttrell came in next. Brady Malloy after that. Hunter Wheat just exited the game, and now Nick Herms is on the bump. Bovinette steps up to the plate. He had the first hit of the afternoon for Collinsville. Matter of fact, it still remains, well, no, I take that back. Pinnell got a bunt hit in this inning, so yeah, the second hit happened in this inning. 0-1 the count to Bovinette. Got the go-ahead run just 90 feet away. The righty, Herms, checks his runners, brings it home, swinging a foul ball out of play. So Herms gets a new baseball, and he'll head back to the mound, dealing with the Kahawk third baseman, Adam Bovinette.
Sorry, I had to go down there and coerce their drawing for the prizes down there.
Gotcha.
I told Carly to pull my name, and she did out of the first
Awesome.
bag. I got the bag, the Kahawk bag set.
Here's the 0-2 pitch inside. Oh, nobody.
No, sir.
Nobody wearing the black jerseys like that call at all.
Bovinette shaking his head at him.
Yeah.
No, not even close.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Runners on second and third. Pinnell over at third. Alcorn over at second. 2 away. Big at bat here for Bovinette. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, 2-2. Bovinette would like something to drive here. Here's the next pitch from Herms. Swing and a miss, and Bovinette's down on strikes. Has to be tagged out by the runner, but that's going to end the inning. But Collinsville picks up a run. We will head to the top of the 6th inning, and we are all knotted at 1 apiece. The top of the 6th. That'll be coming your way right after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Regg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Jake Kepler will lead things off here as we arrived in the 6th inning, and that is a swing and a foul ball down the third baseline. Once again, the Springfield faithful are jumping up and down thinking that was a fair ball, but that was definitely on the other side of the white line down the third base side. So Kelper, who is 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out, will come back to home plate, pick up his bat, and start all over again. Well, wouldn't you know, the game that got started late and has been running a little late, and now we're tied. Honey, I'll be home at 8.
There you go.
That one's in there for a called strike.
Martinez's pitch count's got to be getting up there at this point.
Well, he had that 4-pitch inning, so maybe not. 0-2 the count to Kelper as Martinez deals, swinging another foul ball.
Well, C.J. Schaeff is down there ready to rock and roll, so I think you'll probably give Martinez one base runner and then make a change would be my guess.
Middle of the order here in this 6th inning for the Cyclones. Swinging a long fly ball. Anderson is on the run. He's going to settle underneath it, and he has it for the out. Boy, he got a good jump.
Well, and he was cheating, too. I mean, we were playing this guy to pull. That was good heads-up pre-pitch activity by center fielder Anderson.
First baseman, Matt Goldasich.
Goldasich, the first baseman, has reached twice on an error in this game. Once he was erased trying to score from third. And the next time he was just stranded. Here's the pitch. It goes outside. Ball 1. What was that? 54 pitches? That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, Blaine's probably a 70-pitch max guy, I would think.
Martinez readies himself with another.
Good pitch. Where's that?
In there for a strike.
He called it.
Yeah, I told you. You got to wait a little bit, man. Umpire has got a little, he's loading. He's got that spinning wheel in the middle of the screen.
He's trying to ruin your date. He's trying to ruin your date.
Yeah.
It's taking too long.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Goldasich. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a base hit right past Bovenet over there at third. That's just the 3rd hit of the afternoon for the Cyclones. Collinsville only has 2.
So that puts, I was a little bit behind. That puts Schaeff into action now in the pen.
Ethan Winters.
Ethan Winters will check in at home plate with a runner at first. And 1 away. Winters has walked and grounded out to Colby Anderson at first. First pitch and therefore a strike.
So the go-ahead run on first base.
Have I been saying CJ's name wrong this whole year?
CJ
Schaff?
I believe it's Schaeff.
Schaeff. Well, he's back in the bullpen throwing some more warm-up pitches. That one just missed the outside corner. 1-1.
And the bullpen baseball is on the field. Here comes Cole McCluskey to save the day.
There you go. Finally got him in there, huh?
Cole threw Thursday up on the hill, so he knew he would be out of action today.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul down the first base side off the bat of Ethan Winters.
Big shout out and appreciation. Our training staff, Amanda and Christian, have developed a pitcher post-throwing recovery program. So Cole was at the high school Friday for an hour, and those two were taking care of him. So that's a great asset to have for our athletes.
Battlehawks kicked a field goal in the waning moments of the 4th quarter, so that football game is tied at 17.
Yes, sir.
Against the, the Vegas had 1 win coming in? 2 wins. Battlehawks' playoff lives are on the line here as they're down to their final 3 games of the year. All 3 home games. I figured that would have been a blowout. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Ethan Winters for the 2nd out.
Great curveball.
4th strikeout on the afternoon for Martinez.
Left fielder, Xander
The
DeMarco.
bottom fell out of that baseball.
Xander DeMarco steps up 0 for 1 on the afternoon. A ground out to the second baseman Harrington. Reached on an error back in the 4th inning, but was stranded. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Martinez is still dealing. 1-1. Top of the 6th. Getting late.
Martinez has been filling up the strike zone all day. He has really thrown well.
There's the next pitch. Swinging a slow roller as Bovenet comes up with it. Throws in time for the out. What a great play by Bovenet to end the inning. He jumped right in front of Darren Pinnell at shortstop. And if he wouldn't have, I don't think Pinnell would have had enough time to pick that ball up and throw it.
No way. That was such a quick exchange by Bovenet. I mean, that's one of the best plays you'll see out of a high school third baseman.
You are not kidding, man. So we head to the home half of the 6th inning. We'll be back to tell you all about the Kahawks' next at bat after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Fletcher Field, Nick Herms remains the pitcher, and Colby Anderson will lead things off here. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away.
Well, after a fairly messy game, we've got ourselves a nice contest here.
Yeah, 1-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Anderson up to the plate. Colby has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice today. Here's the next pitch from Herms. It's high.
Collinsville with 6 outs left to try to score, and Sacred Heart Griffin down to 3 outs.
I'm smelling a walk-off. Oh, it hit Anderson. There he goes. He took one for the team this time. Take one for the team, Raj.
Had a way to wear it. Had a way to wear it, Roger.
Second hit batter of this game for Springfield. That'll put Anderson on at first base, so the go-ahead run is on. And here is Bryce Limp, who has walked twice and he raced both times. Yeah.
Bryce Limp is due.
Yes, he is. Using that good eye of his to coax 2 walks out of Cyclone pitching this afternoon. Unfortunately, he's been erased both times. Once on a weird play and the next on the end of a 4-6-3 double play. So Anderson's on at first base. Limp the batter.
And center fielder's missed the memo. He's still cheating.
There's another throw over to first.
As if the batter was right-handed, so there's a huge gap.
Oh, yeah.
In right center field.
Yep.
Boy, you'd think their staff would pick up on that and get that gentleman moved over, but I'll take it. You know Bryce sees it.
Hit it right up against that Chapman Trucking sign out there, one of our fine sponsors here on the Kahok Sports Network. Or over that sign, I don't care. Either one will work. Here's the pitch. High.
Christy Chapman,
yep.
Always a more than generous for various Kahok and other community support.
Mm-hmm.
Great people over there.
1-1 pitch, bunt. Oh, it's high,
no.
And that one is going to be caught. What a great play by Ethan Winters, the catcher for the Cyclones. Man, oh, man. He laid out for that one.
Yeah, Bryce made the cardinal sin. He punched at the ball, and when you punch at the ball trying to bunt, you're normally going to pop it up. You want to catch the ball with the baseball bat.
So 1 out in the inning. Anderson remains over at first base, and so things are up to Mr. C.J. Schaaf now. C.J., 0 for 2, popped up and grounded into that inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Back in the fourth. Herms brings it home, swing and a miss. Throw down to first base. Back in there safely is Colby Anderson, who's got himself one dirty uniform.
He sure does.
Man.
Have to break out the OxyClean for that one
You
today.
ain't kidding. 0-1 the count. Herms nods yes, has the sign he wants, brings it home. Bouncing ball to the first baseman, pops out of his glove, but he's got enough time to go over and tag the bag. So Anderson moves down to second on the unassisted put out over at first base.
All right, sophomore Carter Harrington with a huge opportunity. Runner out there in scoring position with 2 outs. Coach Flip's going to talk it over with him, knowing how big of an opportunity this is.
Harrington has walked twice, stole second back in the second inning, and then was caught stealing back in the fifth.
Been caught stealing.
Been caught stealing.
There it is.
Jane's Addiction, baby.
Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Great song.
A lot better than stuff that we're listening to right now.
This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad.
Now, after the timeout by Swip, talking things over with Harrington, the pitcher, catcher, and first baseman for Sacred Heart Griffin want to have a little chat.
We should talk to the DJ, and when we throw one of their guys out, they should play, you know, the dogs bark at the beginning of that Ben caught stealing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second base is Colby Anderson. And the pitcher brings one home to Harrington. It's in there for a strike. Luke Weller waits on deck. Harrington trying to keep this inning alive. Nice little well-placed base hit. Could score Anderson from second. Here's the 0-1. Anderson goes down to third. It gets away from the catcher, so no chance there for a throw out, and Anderson looks like he's hurt.
He's hurt.
He jammed that hand into third base. You know he's not going anywhere.
I bet I know a guy that can go down there and unjam it in between innings.
That's the third stolen base on the afternoon here for Collinsville. So the go-ahead run just 90 feet away here for Harrington, who is up there with a 1-1 count. Herms, he's ready. Here's the pitch. Hits the outside corner. Called strike. Now a simple little base hit would put Collinsville in the lead. So would a wild pitch or a pass ball or a balk. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Harrington. Herms from the stretch delivers. Swing,
yes,
base
sir!
hit out to right field. That's going to give Collinsville the lead, and the Kahawks go up 2-1 on an RBI single by Carter Harrington.
Very nice piece of hitting by Carter Harrington. He just simply throws the bat head out, goes the other way. Good for an RBI. Big time out of the softball.
Big time. You ain't kidding there. Collinsville takes the lead. And the Battlehawks came back to win. How about that? 21-17 final score. So their playoff hopes stay alive. We have a brief timeout here on the field as Collinsville brings in Matt Shelton to pinch run for Harrington. Weller comes up to the plate. The entire infield and the pitching coach in for the Griffins to talk about things as Collinsville has taken a late lead here. Third hit of the afternoon results in the second run of the game for the Kahawks. Weller will come up after a strikeout and a walk. And Collinsville now just needs to record 3 outs in the top of the 7th to pull out a win here. Timeout called. Boy, I tell you what, center fielder is so shallow, he's almost closer to second base than the actual second baseman is. Runner goes, pitch is high, throw is high as well. And safe at second base is Matt Shelton in the courtesy runner. And that is the 4th stolen base on the afternoon here for the Kahawks.
I want to say that's 5 or 6 now on the year for Shelton.
Zach Roseman taking over the microphone over here for Dr. Chris McCluskey as he's going to check on the jammed digit by Colby Anderson. As Herms pitches, and now they're going to say no pitch.
And
a balk.
All right.
A balk will send Harrington down to third. I was asking for a balk in the last at bat, and they just waited a little bit too long.
Yeah, and didn't quite see the windup to determine what it was. Maybe no stop. Don't know for sure, but got an opportunity to get that big insurance run if Weller can get something in play here.
Sure can. Here's the pitch. Shelton dancing off of third base, and a nice stop there by the catcher Winters to keep that one from going back to the screen. It's 2-0 now. On the opposing catcher, Luke Weller, Darren Pinnell waiting on deck. Herms has his sign, brings it home. Swinging a bouncing ball, third baseman. He gloves with it, bobbles it for a moment, throws, and in time for out number 3. So that's it for the bottom of the 6th inning, but Collinsville picks up a big run, and they take the lead. Kahawks now just 3 outs away from pulling out a big victory here, and we'll be back to tell you all about the 7th inning in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Back here at Fletcher Field, Collinsville has a couple of changes. Carter Harrington will move from second base, and he'll take over the pitching duties, trying to garner a save here for the Kahawks. And back behind the plate is Jake Carey. Well, no, he's just warming up the pitcher as Luke Weller was running the base paths, or was up at the plate anyway. And it'll be the bottom of the order in Noah Jones, and then young Mr. Andrew McDowell, then back to the top of the order, and Max Petrilli for Springfield here. Noah Jones has reached on a fielder's choice and struck out in this contest, so we will see how Springfield wants to play this. Collinsville looking for 3 outs here to end this game and make it 4 in a row in the win column and move that record to 7-3, but we have to get 3 outs first.
Yeah, they've this one's been a bit more competitive than the past couple. You know, had a couple of run rule wins over Ladue and Staunton, but you know, it's nice. You get to, you know, get a close game against a, you know, a pretty solid SHG team, a program that's had some success as of late, and you know, it'd be a good win to get and keep your momentum going, because you got Belleville West team starting off conference play next week, and they've gotten off to a pretty good start. I think they're, I'll say they're like 6-2, 7-2, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, like Dr. McCluskey said earlier, Southwestern Conference wide open. You want to have your best stuff going into those games.
That it is. All right, let's see how this plays out. Kahawks have a 2-1 lead, looking for 3 outs to clinch the victory. Harrington, the righty, is ready, and the pitch to Jones is in there for a called strike. For Harrington on the year, he has pitched in 1 game, 1 2/3 of an inning. He's given up 1 run. It was earned, so he has a 4.20 earned run average. That one's in there for a strike.
Nice off speed.
And Harrington, the strikeout walk department, has struck out 4 and walked 1. So not bad for a small sample size. 4 strikeouts. That's an out. Count it, baby.
There you go.
As Jones goes down for the second time, this time looking, last time swinging. And there's one away. Here is Andrew McDowell. McDowell came in to take the place of Colin Johannesson, center field, and actually moved over to left field. So this is McDowell's second at bat. He flew out to limp out in left field, his only other plate appearance. And the first one out of the strike zone, out of the hands of Harrington. Harrington works quickly. Here comes the 1-0. In the dirt. 2-0. Don't overthrow it there, buddy.
Nope. It just nothing super good. Base runner isn't a bad thing. Just don't give up anything that would be deposited over the fence. Don't want that.
Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's 3-0.
Walk would set up the double play, if nothing else.
Yeah, it would. I'd still like to not have that, but here comes the 3-0 anyway, and taking all the way and taking a strike is McDowell. Max Petrilli waits on deck. Now Harrington's ready after he figured out that strike zone against this righty. Harrington has his sign, brings home the 3-1 pitch, swinging a foul out of play. So one more strike, and we can ring up out number 2. Only 2 games for you next week. We have the Belleville West baseball game here on Tuesday. Then we're at home for boys volleyball action against Alton Marquette on Thursday. A light week. There's another foul out of play.
Just one game for me as well. I will be bringing you that softball game on Tuesday. It's the Lady Kahawks welcome O'Fallon.
Southwestern Conference matchups getting underway. 3-2 the count. Here's the next to McDowell. High fly ball out to Colby Anderson. He's there with the catch. And the Kahawks are 1 out away from a comeback victory. Back to the top of the order, Max Petrilli. He is 0 for 3 on the afternoon with a strikeout, a ground out, and a line out. And one pitched line out in the 5th inning. That 5th inning only took 4 pitches, and the first one was smoked off the bat of Petrilli, but right into the glove of Bovenet at third. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
Harrington's got solid stuff. Not somebody that Kahawks have used a ton of, but got decent stuff, works pretty quick.
Next pitch on the way to Petrini, swinging a chance to end it here with a clean play by Pinnell. He does exactly that, and the game is over on a 6-3 third out, and Collinsville comes back from being down 1-0 with back-to-back solo runs in the 5th and the 6th inning to pull out the 2-1 victory. Boy, what a ball game this was. Final score 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. We'll come back here to wrap this up in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Once again, welcome back to Woodland Park. Final score, Collinsville comes back and wins this one 2-1 with single runs in the 5th and the 6th. A big base knock. Carter Harrington with the go-ahead RBI single in the 6th inning, and then Carter Harrington comes in and picks up the save on the mound as well. The final lines look like this. The Cyclones scored a run in the 1st inning. They had 1 run on 3 hits. They committed no errors and left 6 base runners on. Collinsville, 2 runs, also on 3 hits. They committed 6 errors in this game, Collinsville did, and still managed to win it. And the Kahawks left 7 base runners on base. That is going to do it for us here this afternoon. Big thank you to everybody involved. Coach Brett Swip in the pregame show. Big thank you to Dr. Chris McCluskey filling in on the other microphone. Zach Roseman jumped in there for the last half inning as well, and we appreciate everybody's help. We are right back here at this location on Tuesday. Baseball action. Southwestern Conference play opens up as your Collinsville Kahawks take on the Belleville West Maroons. And until then, everybody have yourself a safe and enjoyable rest of your weekend, and happy Easter to everyone. Talk to you Tuesday.